Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm here with Kevin at the Michigan Regional. What place did you get?
4th place.
And what were you playing? I heard you were playing some crazy stuff.
Zing, Zefra, Turbo.
You got the turbo?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta see this.
Alright, so for the Zings, 3 Jiatsu, this is the best card in the deck. This card is what opens up every single OTK in your deck. This card is what lets you get over towers in one card. This
How many times did you open that?
A lot, but like this deck plays so much cycle in it that you get to it if you need it, and you can stall really hard to get to it anyways.
Yeah.
So, but he's the best one. Along with 3 Chaiwan. Chaiwan's also insanely good. You just need tuners in this deck because you use only the level 6 to make your synchros, and you keep recycling with these tuners, and level 7s and level 8s are just really strong right now, especially the Yang ones. For the regular Yang Zings, I played 2 Bian, 2 Suwani, and 1 Bixie. These cards are actually all garbage. The
only one?
Yeah. The only reason these cards exist is to discard for Jiatsu. You never ever synchro with these except to get over skill drain with this.
Yeah.
Like, these cards literally only exist to discard with Jiatsu in this deck. And sometimes make Herald with this. But alright, that's all the regular Yang Zings. Onto the Zephra monsters. 3 Zefra. This card's effect is what gets you so much advantage to win all the games. His effect is when he's pendulum summoned or destroyed by battle or card effect, you search your deck for a Zephra Speller Trap or a Yang Zing Speller Trap, which I play. It's either the Zephra Field Spell, the Zephra Trap card, or Yang Zing Path. And those cards are what let you keep going to keep gaining advantage. And this card's also just gigantic. Also, you make all your synchros with this guy because he goes back to the X-Ray and you keep penciling him out. So, also he's a 7 scale, which is important.
Oh, okay.
Also, I played 3 Zephraxi. He's a 1 scale. His effect is when he's pendulum summoned or special summoned from the main deck, you can target another Yang Zing monster you control or another Zephra monster you control, and it becomes a tuner for the turn. And when he relieves the field after that, he goes to the bottom of the deck. The main thing about this is it's a 1 scale, and it's also a Yang Zing monster. It is this card with Jiatsu, but also this card is what makes you he makes Yazi against BA super easily. Like against a BA player in round 3, I think, I made Yazi like 4 times in one game because I just kept shuffling it back with Path and then making it again with this. So, also this card lets you make Chow Feng super easily too. I played 2 Zefraxiton and 1 Zephyr Kubin. These cards have the similar effect where when they're normal flip or pendulum summon, you can target another Zephra monster or a Stellar Knight monster you control that's either in your pendulum zone or on your field, destroy them, and then either destroy a face-up card with this one or destroy a face-down card with this one. Those effects don't happen too often. Most time these are literally just pendulum scales that you search with the field spell. But I played only 1 of this one because I played 3 Zefraxi. He's a 1 scale. He's a Yang Zing, so he's better. But usually when you make Yazi, you have Zefraxi turn these into tuners. So you make Yazi with these. Or another X-Wing monster I'll show later. Onto the regular, that's all the Zephra monsters. Onto like the pendulum supports. Like 3 Archery and Eccentric. This card's actually just stupid. It serves 3 purposes in this deck. It outs problem monsters, which I didn't actually use on because the problem monster was always Majesty's Fiend, but it lets you push through back row, and it's a high 7 scale, which is the scale that you need. It's also searchable, like with the next card I'll show, but this card's actually stupid, and I would not play the deck without 3 of these, and I never cite it out. And then 2 Magical Abductors. Nobody knows what this card does. When it's into Pendulum Zone, each time a spell card is activated by either player, it gets a spell counter, and once per turn you can remove 3 spell counters from it to search any Pendulum monster from your deck. The main, like, if you open this turn 1 with any of your cycle spells or terraformings or whatever, you just get so much advantage that, like, you build such a giant board and they can't break it. Or, like, they have to deal with this card or you just get too much advantage. Like, against a Cosmo player, I think I +7'd off one of these. Like, so... the thing about Eccentric in these, though, you can never pendulum summon these, really, but that's not a big deal, so you still need to play them. Although, I do side these out if I'm going second sometimes, and I need the room for the other things. So now on the spells. 3 Oracle. Oracle searches you for any of your pendulum scales, searches you for the combo pieces you need, and it gets more counters on Abductor, and you search it with Zephra, with the level 6 Zephra Yang Zing guy all the time. The other cute thing about Oracle is against Shadal players, Stellar Knight players, and Necros players, this card lets you make Baxia dodge Trishula, Shekinaga, and Stellar Nova Alpha. Because when Baxia is summoned, it activates its effect on summon, and then this activates its effect to stack a monster on top of your deck when you synchro with a Zephra monster. Yeah. So the way you do it is you chain link 1 Baxia, target 2 things, and then chain link 2 Oracle, and they can't Shekinaga, they can't Alpha, and they can't they can't Trishula it. So it lets you break fields that like they would think they're safe behind all the time. Also, after you combo off, you usually stack a high skills or Giatsu with it, so you can kill them in the next turn. 3 chicken game. It's just another cycle card. It's actually kind of nice with the Yang Zing, because sometimes if you're in a bad position, you get to crash some of the shitty Yang Zings in to get to Giatsu. You don't take damage because you'll be lower than them. And you also play Ancient Fairy Dragon to get rid of it. And you never leave it up on their turn because you can always get place Oracle over it or set another chicken game over it. So it's not that big of a deal. And then 3 Terraforming. This is actually probably one of the cards you always want to see. It always gives you 2 counters on Magical Abductor. It always gives you either a draw or any Pendulum Scale in your deck. It's really good. Also, when you side Necro Valley, it becomes another tool to get to a Floodgate. And then 3 Upstarts because it's a combo deck. And then finally, 2 Yang Zing Path. You search it with Zefra on you, but this deck does not load up its graveyard with Yang Zings that fast compared to regular because you synchro with the Pendulum monster almost every time. So you slowly do it.
You play 3 or 2?
2. And I always side 1 out. Always. Because especially in a format where decks are a lot faster like Cosmo and Klee, you never actually resolve. Like against the Towers, I played against 4 Towers Turbos, I sided both of them out every time because you never get to them. And then 1 trap card, Zephyr Divine Strike.
I like that.
Yeah. Basically, it's a solemn judgment where you banish a face-up Zephyr monster from your extra deck, and you negate any monster's color trap effect, and you search this with Zephyr Nayu after you combo out to protect your field. You only play 1 because it's garbage, open with, but you search it when you need it. That's the main deck, it's 41 cards. That's 40 cards. Exactly. Yep. I have the extra decks, that's what matters. So... So 3 Baxia, this is most important. Pretty much every time in this deck you make 1 Baxia, you end up making all 3. Because you Pendulum Summon back to 6, and you keep bringing back Giatsu by popping your scales, and you make more Baxias. So it's like, almost all the times I comboed off and won today, it's because you make 3 Baxia, shovel back 6 cards, and you just kill them over 10,000 damage. So you have to play 3s, and you shovel these back with Path more than your actual Yang Zing monsters. As a Ignister, he's a 4th Baxia, but he's also really, really important in Cosmo because he doesn't target, so he gets around 4-runner. I shoveled like 3 4-runners back into the deck today, and this card's like the main out to it. Also against Clyfort and other Pendulum decks, this card can pop their scales and then shovel their cards back in, so it's like a +3. Also, he's really big, so he's really good. And then Void Ogre Dragon. Usually when you combo off and you make triple Baxia, you have room to make 1 final level 8, and it's usually always Void Ogre Dragon. He's really big. He protects your field. He's hard for decks to get around. And he just, 3 Baxias plus this is like 10 grand. So that's usually how you kill people.
Yeah.
2 Yazis.
I like that.
Yeah. Yazis, you make Yazi so much in this deck because you use them to plow through back row, get to Giatsu so you can make your level 8s, and then you shovel them back with Path all the time. Like I said, against Burning Abyss, I made him 4 times in 1 game just because you keep shoveling them back. No. So it's really important. Other level 7 is Ancient Fairy Dragon. This card helps you fix bad hands by getting to like if you have Chicken Game and but you don't have your Pendulum Scales, this card lets you pop Chicken Game to get to Oracle to get to your Pendulum Scales. And after you side, instead of making fields with Baxia Void Ogre, you can make Baxia. You can make Baxia Felt. You can make Baxia Void Ogre and Ancient Fairy Dragon and search the Necro Valley for Infernoids and Necros, which is really hard for them to get over. Trisha's good, but I never made it today. Xiaofeng. Xiaofeng, usually in this deck, you make it only with light monsters, because you make it with Baxia and then Chaiwen. It's really important because it lets you OTK decks through Max C, when they have Damage Juggler. You just don't care. This deck OTKs through Max C, pretty much against anything except for Clown Dolls. No, Clown Necros. So, Xiaofeng's really important. Star Eater is for Towers Turbo. He makes it so Giatsu is a 1 card out to Towers and the Pendulum Scales. You have to play it for Towers Turbo. I played against 4 of them today to put it work. I'll show that card last. So, Armades never made it, but he's alright.
I like Armades, though.
Yeah, you make him a lot more impure than you do in this deck. Herald, you make it a couple times. Sometimes you'll make a big field, and then you still have a Chaiwen floating from the grave.
Did you do the big Felock with him?
Not nearly. No, because most of the time when you Giatsu in this deck, you just kill them. Because you make multiple Baxias and just kill them.
Yeah.
So you never go for Baxia Arclight. Arclight is just if you have a floating Chaiwen in the grave, and you make it so you can definitely just secure the OTKs for it. He's still really important, but he's not nearly as important. That's why you only play 1. Metaphys Horus. So
I like it.
I wasn't going to play this.
Why?
I wanted to play Psyframe Omega, but I couldn't find one. I'm not paying $30 for it, so I played this instead. And this card actually just won me like 5 games today. So whenever you make him with Jiatsu and either the Satellar Knight level 4s. So you get his effects of both the effect monster effect and the pendulum monster effect. The effect monster effect lets you target any card in the field and negate it forever. And the pendulum monster effect makes so your opponent has to give you one of their monsters of their choice. I stole a Garunix, a Darklaw, and a Towers today because my opponent summoned the Towers under skill drain, and it was, so it wasn't immune.
That's not nice.
This card's actually really crazy. I'm glad I didn't play Omega because I never wanted it. So, and then the last card I played is Felgren. Because when you combo off, if you combo off turn 1 without OTKing them, you do Baxia, Void Ogre, and then set Divine Strike. So you overlay 2 of the Baxias into a Felgrand. So you have Void Ogre, Felgrand, Baxia, and then set Divine Strike. That third Baxia can also be a Chaofeng if you discarded Chaiwen with the Jiatsu. So Felgrand also lets you against Necros, it lets you push your Maxi and just OTK them straight through Val. It just doesn't matter. So across the whole extra deck, I actually just would not change anything. I'm glad I didn't play Omega because Horus actually just put in so much work. All right, on to the side deck. The side deck is really hard to side in this deck because your entire deck is combo pieces. So, you only side cards that you really need. So 3-Royal Decree. This is for all the garbage trap decks. I usually like to go second with this deck, blindly, but if I'm going versus trap decks and I side in Decree, I will go first because having this card against them is just a blowout. So it's kind of important. 3 Iron Wall. This was for Necros, Cosmo, but I eventually discovered against Cosmo, I just didn't want to side it actually because they were siding things like Kaiser Coliseum, so I sided in MSTs instead of this. But against Necros, I would probably still side this card because Trishula is still really good at breaking your boards. Also against, obviously, Infernoids. I didn't play against any of this card's nuts against Infernoids. 3 Waiver Guys. So this was the best card because I played against 4 Towers Turbos and this card just blew out all the matchups to him. I think this card should absolutely be banned. If they're pushing a Pendulum format and they have this card at 3, it just ruins the game because whoever has it just wins. So, yeah, play it while you can, but I hope that card gets banned.
Yeah, I'll say that.
2 Dark Hole. This is actually super important. I only sided this in for Majesty Speed and Vanity Speed, but it ended up where those were the only cards I was getting crushed by all day, so I had to start siding these against BA and Klee. It's really important. But I only side these against Fees, no other decks.
Yeah.
And then 2 Space, just against, like I said, I played against Cosmo guy, he played Kaiser Coliseum, I had to answer it. And then, it's just alright, it's MST, whatever. Necro Valley. Necro Valley is really important against both Necros and Infernoid because you search for it with either 3 Terraformings or Ancient Fairy Dragon, and it's really hard for them to out it. It also opens up another avenue for you to OTK through Valkyries because they obviously can't Valkyrie while this is on the field. So, and then Taotai. This is only for Shadals because you can crash Shitty and Zings in to summon this and crash into Winda, and then you can do shit because Winda's a bitch. But that's the deck.
Alright.
So, it's super fun. Nobody knew what my cards did all day, so...
How many times you had to go into time?
I only went into time once because the games are really fast. You just, you combo off and you kill them, every time, or they just stop Jiatsu or you don't get to Jiatsu. The worst enemy of this deck is Effect Veiler, because if they Effect Veiler Jiatsu, you lose. I didn't get Effect Veiler once today. Max C isn't that much of a problem.
I know a lot of people didn't play Effect Veiler.
That's right. That's another reason why I wanted to play it. Max C isn't that... Max C seems like it'd be a problem because it's a big problem for Pure. Max C isn't that much of a problem in this deck because you can actually just kill them through it every time.
Yeah.
Against any deck playing Clowns, you just make Light Xiaofeng, and then with your big board, you just kill them. Against Necros, you just make Felgrand push through it. The only deck you can't do that against is if they're playing Necros with Clowns, because you can't push through both.
Yeah.
But... also...
You got a combo?
So, no, shout out. So,
okay.
I didn't think of this deck all on my own. So I was playing pure Yang Zings for a while, and I got really angry with it because once Instant Fusion came out, every single deck had access to a 1-card Abyss Dweller that would just rape my field, and I can't do anything.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play a Yang Zing deck that was fast, and I was just spectating random DN matches, and there's this guy who's always been top ranked named Nye, NY3, and he just was he was just shitting on people with this deck. Everybody. Nobody knew what the cards did, and he was just OTKing people turn 1 all the time, and I was like, I want to play that. So I just spectated more and more of his matches. I never talked to him, but I spectated more and more of his matches, and I built the deck, and I like it so much more than Pure. If you want to see like the basic combo, like that you usually kill most players with, is so the basic combo is you have Jiatu, any 2 Yang Zing cards that discard. You know, this can be this can also be like Path or like the Pendulum guys. It doesn't matter. And then you have 2 Pendulum scales. So let's just say these. And then let's say you search. Let's say it's not this. Let's say Oracle, and then you search for this guy. So you summon Jiatu, pitch these. Turn the cards around. Summon Jiatu, pitch these. You get Zephra, and then any Yang Zing, usually Chaiwen just because you want to have Chaiwen in the grave. And then you go for 8, so you go to Baxia. You go for the first Baxia, spin 2 cards away. Baxia pops the Chaiwen and summons back the Jiaotu, and then the Chaiwen will summon another Zephra from the deck. You make a second Baxia, shovel back 2 more cards if they have any left. Then you play your 2 Pendulum Scales, so you search one with this. Play your 2 Pendulum Scales, Pendulum summon back the 2 Zephra. The effect will activate to search any Zephra or Yang spell check, so you search Divine Strike. And then you use the second Baxia you summon, you pop your scale, and then you pop usually the high scale, not this high scale. I already have eccentric here, but because usually you stack eccentrics, but whatever. So you pop the high scale, get back Jiatu, so you go for another Baxia with this. Yeah. So you go for a third Baxia, and then on that you activate the Oracle to stack any monster on top of the deck. Usually you want to stack your 7 scale here. Just a high scale. Usually I say the high scale because eccentric's the best scale in the deck, and you want because it opens up you to push through more shit next turn. So you would stack Baxia or eccentric, and then the third Baxia will pop Oracle and bring back another Jiatu, and now you synchro to a Void Ogre Dragon. So you know this field on its own. You know if you're going second, obviously this is game. Like this is what is this?
That's
this
56.
is 59. This is let's see. Yeah, no. 23, 46, 69. This is 99. This is 99. You know, 9900. I don't know. I might be wrong with that. I'm fucking tired. But this is a lot of damage. And if they're playing Necros or whatever, you know, you could overlay 2 of these into Felgrand to push through Valk. Or if you discarded a Chaiwen off of the Jiaotu effect, you can bring it back when you're popping one of the cards with Baxia and synchro one of these into a Chaofeng with Light Monster so they can't damage Juggler you. Or Honest you. So, yep, that's the deck. It's really fun. Nobody knows what your cards do, so it's kind of fun. Pendulum decks are actually just really fun. I'm excited for Bosch, but I'm excited for Bosch with Perform Mages and stuff like that, but I just hope they ban Wavering Eyes.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Catch me if you can.